Breaking news. Bitcoin has just hit $87,000 on this Easter weekend. And that's right, I am going to take credit for it. I have given you quite the pump. Quite the pump. So we are looking at a Bitcoin price, friends, of $87,000. We are now ticking up. Remember, we've been waiting for the month of Ape-ril to finally finish through. I mean, look, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. Let's play some angel music. The month of Ape-ril is meant to be a good month, but we've had 5 red monthly candles in a row. Nothing else we can do. This is the Bitcoin price chart. I'm giving you a very fast update, friends, because on the 4-hour chart, it's having this zip up, which is nice. Now, here's the thing. Around here might be what Kobe refers to as the little bull trap that he's going to buy and get tricked into. Okay, it might happen. It might actually go up here. He gets tricked and then the stock market rolls over and then we get scared or something before we continue up. It might be something like that. I like to think about these cute little scenarios just so we're mentally prepared for what comes around the corner. I've drawn a Fibonacci from the top of the range, 108, down to the bottom. You have many KOLs, friends, calling for much lower. All of the Copas, every Copa KOL, they're all calling for much lower now. They think the cycle's over. It's all right, whatever. Everyone's got their own opinion. I think if we do rally, the next point of interest is going to be this 130K point. And then we have to think about what comes after that. So with this lovely move on Bitcoin, remember, we are forming a bit of a CME gap as well, which is interesting to think about. But Ethereum, man, Ethereum's got some CME gaps to cover, right? Man, it's got 1,700, 2,600, 3,200. So we do have quite some ground to make up. And it might just, require us to wait until this month is over. This is the global liquidity fractal. I'm now seeing, friends, Colin talks crypto. So shout out to Colin. Colin, friends, he's got both of the fractals up just because, you want to hedge yourself just in case. And it's not because you're trying to make money per se on leverage. It's just you're trying to protect yourself mentally. So you don't, because, man, this whole game's full of heartache. The top chart, friends, is the 78-day offset, which means you shift it forward 78 days. And the bottom one is shifting it forward 108 days. Okay? So we think we're following the bottom one, but we hope we follow the top, okay? Just because, you just never know, man. What if there are stock market jitters, friends, by the end of this month? What if the S&P 500 rolls over? Then you'll be thanking the Lord that you have this, right? It basically implies as soon as May appears, buy in May and go and wait. And that's literally 3 months, okay? That's a chart I have here to show you. This one right here, right? Buy in May, go away. So we'll see what happens. Of course, 3 months going on. I want to show you as well that S&P 500. This is what everyone's watching, yeah? Watching to see how it's going to hold up. That's what might happen. We might be going up for Bitcoin and then S&P 500 finds a way to do this double bottom thing and everyone thinks it's over and then it just continues up. By the way, that pattern I just drew just there, I saw S&P 500 experts and there's 100-year macro stock market dudes I'm from Wall Street, Johnson & Johnson, baby bomb powder. Those stock market guys I'm from the compound. Cash flow, those guys, right? And they do talk like that, and they do have YouTube channels. That's all they talk about. The average year where the S&P 500 is down by 10% or more for the year, by this point, the average year looks like the double bottom reset with just up only like that. Now, the up only is a subdued rally when you start it from the beginning of the year, but it's good from here. And what I mean by that, if you go to January, look, you only finish up the year if you're lucky, 3 or 5%, which is way below average because on average, they're trying to get 8 to 10. But you don't really care about that part because most of us, we're in just baby doll crypto and we need it to pump. Also, friends, remember we have the OTHERS-btc ratio still in red territory. It's a bear market, man. It literally has been a bear market. All this red. Look how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it just went up only. It went up only, sideways, and then you had, this was DeFi alt season. Wow. Imagine we did that again, by the way, friends. Imagine it goes up a bit and it screws down. Then we have 5 green. Everyone thinks it's over, and then it actually surprises everybody. It does a right extended. That'd be wild. Something interesting as well, might be relevant, who knows. In the stock market, friends, in the 80s, remember Ronald Reagan? Who, Donald Trump's trying to be the next Ronald Reagan, right? Or even better. Ronald Reagan, he was he was given poor Volcker, and they had to kill inflation, right? So they induced basically a double recession of America to get inflation down. Then they had a big boom. Okay, that's what happened. So maybe Pump has to go through that. We'll see. I think no matter what, though, we're going to make it, friends, because like, look at this, man. US house prices for the past 75 years. Such a wonderful chart. Look at this, man. It's just been going up only forever. Why is that? Why does it go up only? There's some poopy periods here. Why does it just go up only? Now, these numbers aren't huge. Look at 2007, right? We had enormous things. See the leverage out here? It's from 2000 to 2006. Look at all these high double digit, and then you have to retrace it before it continued up again. Look at 2020 and stuff as well. So why is it like this? Because, friends, houses, they're fundamentally fixed to the middle class wage of people in the suburb who can afford it. And so their wages are on average going up with inflation and stuff here and there. So houses on average, they go up with that as well. That's pretty much why they're fixated to that. In recent times, though, depending where you are in parts of the world, you've probably seen some massive property Ponzi bubbles. But there's another side to that equation. For example, you know, Australia, big property Ponzi, China and everything else. It's different in each case. But look, in China, they're not allowed to live their money anywhere else. So they're forced to buy high. They're forced to pay 30, 50 times freaking the yearly salary or whatever. It's some Shanghai apartments. In Australia, friends, the currency is dog shit. And if you chart house prices versus gold, it just goes sideways. Yeah, so house prices versus gold. And if you don't believe me, here it is right now, which is interesting. Actually, it's not even going sideways anymore. You know, when I started talking to you about this is what the chart looked like. That's funny. When I made videos about this and I charted this in 2022, I thought it was just going to go sideways. But yeah, it just goes sideways down, crushed. That's because gold is rallying, all right? That's why. That's because gold is rallying. Remember, this is Australia. This is houses over gold. So remember, so you always focus on the thing on top. So that's houses strong, going down, houses weak. Yeah, so gold is just blitzing Australian homes. So that's why everyone in Australia thinks, oh, homes are a Ponzi. No, bro, they're not. Australia house prices are actually fairly valued. Yeah, what do? They printed a shitload of the currency, just like every other nation. That's why, friends, gold's actually obliterating it. I mean, like, you want to see a disgusting chart? You should do that versus Bitcoin and basically be catering out to zero. So that's the real truth. See, I think it's interesting just to see these American home prices as well. You know? But here, what you're probably wondering, like, Swami, why do people get the homes? Because of leverage, Habib. Because of leverage. The government lets you do a lot of leverage. They do the fractional reserve banking to give you the 10x leverage. You put a 5 or 10% deposit, you can get 10 to 20x leverage on your home. And why does the government love it? Because you can't move the home anywhere. You can't move the home anywhere, can you? You don't like it, you can't do anything, bro. Bank kicks you out, they bring the sheriff, you're done. They have your land, they have your name, you can't do anything. You can't move it anywhere. With gold, you can. Interesting, right? What about crypto? Of course you can move it. You see, that's why they like gold. Sorry, that's why they like houses. So you're there, you can't go anywhere. They can control you. You're buying the land off them, the government. So that's why it's an advantage out there. Also, that's why people love it themselves. Like, it's their own little cute little NFT and stuff out here. Also funny as well, Mr. Warfield, what about Australia? Yeah, so Australia, I guess the house prices will be pretty much similar, but it will just fluctuate with the currency. But Australia has high immigration rates compared to America, and we have a more dog shit currency. So that's why the Aussie house prices, a lot of Australians, they store the value in there. That's pretty much what's held it up over time. But I mean, like, look at this other stuff, friends. It's not even hold up. It's just that people in these countries, you don't have the chart in front of you. If you just looked at my charts, you'd be like, oh, Christ, what a terrible idea. But you don't get the leverage. That's the thing. Because people want to access more leverage. That's why they do it. They go, oh, I've got $100,000. Let me access $1 million to buy something. That's what they do. But you just got to be careful. I'd like to ask you this question, though. When moon? Thank you to my friend Somi. I think his account's gone, by the way. Could be a bottom signal. Yeah, the mystical squirrel. My friend Somi, I didn't know, so you're gone. I hope you're all right, sir. I know. That's what happens is a lot of people just leave. I know, man. You just see so many freaking red monthly candles. Some people take on a bit too much leverage. Some people, yeah, you just get worn out. It's not what I've noticed. It's not even the dollar number that wears you out. It's your mental. It's not the dollar amount, man. It's just seeing it go down to zero. That's why I do my best to give you lollipops, family-friendly lollipops, because I show you okay, I mean, how many times have I shown you, for example, here's a pDAI chart. How many times have I shown you, all right, the house is the market cap, okay? The door is the liquidity, all right? It's tiny. The liquidity is only 2%, bro, of the market cap in most coins, even Bitcoin. It's only 2%. So when you're looking at stuff cratering down to zero with me, even though I'm telling you, you're my friend, I will catch you with my Pokeball every day. When you're watching it crater down to zero, I mean, I know it's really depressing. I know. I feel it, bro. I feel it. I'm just telling you, it's Fugazi. It's Fugazi, okay? I've been tweaking my nipples every single day just to get us to pump, but I know it's Fugazi because, for example, if a coin has $1 million market cap, there's only $20,000 in the liquidity. Which means there's only $20,000 people can access. So if the thing goes down from million market cap, and that's many coins did, like on PulseChain, for example, the meme coins go, like Tangan coins went from $1 million market cap, they go down to like a 50K market cap, 95% down. That, to the 20K liquidity, only $10,000 is on the bid that you can actually access. Yeah, maybe it's down to $1,000 now. $500 is actually what a lot of them are, like PIKA, for example. Yeah, friends, but look what happened, okay? You only lost $9,500. Yeah, that's literally all you lost. Nothing else. I can even show you PIKA right now. Bro, look at this, $600 liquidity. You see? So if you're looking at your own number, I know it's tough, but I'm just telling you, that's how I know this. I'm not guessing, I know this. I go, oh, it's all Fugazi then. How easy is it for people to just make fire memes and gather together and find $9,500 from anywhere out there in the world to come funnel into this and join the community and try push it to like 100 million market cap. It's so easy. The problem though is the timing, because people say when, my friend Somi, when? We don't know when. That's why I asked when, Moon. We don't know when. That's the whole game, man. The whole game of markets is waiting forever. You're willing to wait forever. People say you're willing to wait forever. You don't want to deep down, but you know you just like technically kind of have to wait forever until eventually something comes on through. That's why these things are thin as hell, man. You only need 5 to 10K dinner. That's nothing. Nothing. FartCoin hit $1 billion market cap, which means it had $10 million on the bid. And it's got probably even higher. It had 10 to 20 million sloshing around. That's why a lot of these friendship and kindness moments will come when, say, PulseChain, the spear is rising up. This is a quick update on the day with the prices out here. Remember, you got Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin pushing up to 82,000 American dollars, 87,000 American dollars. Yeah, we had some progression in the pDAI narrative. I got more videos and stuff coming out there for you. And as well, friends, look, man, like, friends, you can do whatever you want. All right, I do love and appreciate you. The pWBTC to pDAI ratio went through massive premiums. Okay, I used my pWBTC to buy the dip on pDAI because the ratio had blown out. Okay, now I believe, notice how it's just dropping like a rock, by the way. I believe, so this is free money. And I've said in my Telegram, and yeah, you guys are thankful. I didn't make 15-hour videos about it. You want to know why? Because the opportunity only lasted for 60 to 120 minutes. By the way, it's still high. It's still at 140,000, at 180,000. This thing was trading at like 80,000. All right, so just telling you, there is opportunity out here. There is. And for the people who block stuff out because they don't understand, okay, bro, leave. No one cares. Literally nobody cares about your opinion. You've been wrong about every single thing. They would rather listen to a guy who pegs his own nipples on the internet who's got a Donald Trump wig. All right? So a lot of people's friends, their egos get bruised. I got no ego, bro. I literally don't care. Okay, I could not care less. I literally peg my own nipples on the internet. Do you think I care about a random anonymous stranger who skips leg day on the internet? Looking forward, though, to better times, friends. I do believe the CME gaps are going to get filled. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you the BTC CME gap. Where is it, friends? So we close. So what you do is you go on a daily chart, on the daily chart. So we finished 87,400. Interesting. Actually, friends, sorry, pardon my very rude French and Italian and Espanol. I'm very, very sorry. The CME is open right now. because of Easter Monday, I was wondering like, what the hell? So that's what actually happened. So cash sessions don't open, but they still run the futures. So there actually is no CME gap, which is actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Where's the next Bitcoin gap? Well, it actually filled all of them. There is no next Bitcoin gap. All the CME gaps are in Ethereum, which is quite fascinating, right? We're waiting for, just to get the word out, friends, we're waiting for Richard Hart, SEC. It's due April 21st. Remember, he already beat them. They're trying to get the extension. Hopefully it gets thrown out. But we don't give a shit, friends. I've already told you. And you know, a lot of you learned from. Congratulations to everyone in PokeCenter. Also, you want some PokeCenter, friends, bottom signals? They're trying to kick me out of PokeCenter. It's like, bro, do you understand we're all here because I like Pikachu hats? Do you understand they're all... It's all right. I'm just... Here, Vince, I don't care. I'm just telling you, bro, could you get any more of a bottom signal than people trying to crowd on together to try kick the... It's like if we did a petition to get Richard Hart off PulseChain and the prices are down 98%. I'm like, bro, that has to be a bottom signal of sort. That has to be something. This is the pDAI to pulse ratio. It's at 27. Right before the joy, it was at 125. I think there will be friendship and kindness on the way up. It's actually outside of the circle. Yeah, this is vicious, but that's what you get. Biblical shakeouts. I'm sure it all makes sense later on. Though, looking forward to the future, friends. This is Pulse, right? The PLS price chart. I would like it to go to day one sack price, just like everyone else, before we can start the next real, I guess, maybe turbo loop phase. I wonder what happens out here. There's been some suspicious actions, money moving in and bridging out, whatever. I mean, you still got to believe anyway. So remember, I've written off Ape-ril. I've written the whole month off, okay? I'm just saying as a meme chant, buy in May, go away. I tweak my own nipples every day, though. Buy in May, go away. That's how I see it. Let me say it again. Buy in May and go away. Okay? Instead of saying May, go away, buy in May, go away. Just protect yourself. You know what I mean, friends? Because it's 5 red monthly candles, man. Because that's what happens. It gets exponentially worse. Because you're in the 5th red monthly candle. Like, look what happened to pDAI. Okay? You look what happened to PulseChain as well on the 4th red monthly candle. The Vietnamese kid, big fat dong. Oh, no. Do you know what I mean? Like, it gets exponentially worse. But then you got to believe that when there's green candles on the way up, it'll get exponentially better. So don't forget, he loves you, friends. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.